What is up, fish homies? It's been a freaking while. One person in my family got the freaking COVID, and of course I was there, so I got exposed. So my whole family had to go in quarantine for 2 freaking weeks. So I've been having to take a hiatus. That's why I haven't dropped any videos. I did go fishing one time before, but I didn't catch anything, of course. But anyways, besides the fact, I did finally reach 1,000 subscribers. So you know what that means, a freaking giveaway. I got another set of rods, it's another set of 9-foot rods. So I'm deciding which one I'm going to give away. I'm not sure if I put the other rods in a video or not, but I don't think I did. But anyways, I think I'm gonna give away the rods that I just got, the Sonic ones, the telescoping ones, the 9-foot ones. I've only used them once, and I think I might use them tonight, just for a little preview of those who might wanna win those suckers. But anyways, if I do catch fish tonight, at the end of the video, I'll tell you how you can win those rods. You're only gonna be allowed to do it if you're in the USA. Sorry about that, all you guys out there, but I can't ship out of the country. I know it's gonna be a problem with this whole COVID thing, so that's my bad. But if you still wanna try and win something and you're out of the country, and you do comment or whatever and win, then hit me up on Instagram at fishfindersca. I think that's what it is, but I'll put the little link down below and we'll figure something out. Maybe I'll send you a shirt or something cool. But anyways, if you're in the US, you have a chance to win 2 9-foot carp rods, which are super duper sick. One other update is that my snake eggs finally hatched. So I'll give you a little preview of that, and then I have a separate video of them coming out of the eggs and everything. But anyways, let's check those out before we go fishing. There's one of those bad boys all curled up. Got 5 so far and 6 more are on the way. That's a normal black rat snake, you can tell because it's black and gray. But I have 3 other colors on the way that you'll get to see. Here's their little baby cage. They got a little simple little hide right here that he shuffled out of the way. Got a nice little water bowl. Got some paper towel because that's nice and easy to keep clean. So that is a little update for ya. The fishing has been freaking tough lately. Like I said, I did go one time before the quarantine, but I didn't catch anything. I went with Jared and Harrison, and Harrison caught one, and I think Jared caught one, maybe 2. But we were there from like 7 p.m. till like 4 or 5 in the morning and barely got any fish. And I didn't even get a bite. I left at like 3, like 2 hours before them, and I was over it, and it started raining and it got kind of cold, so I was like, screw this, I'm going home. But anyways, it's been so hot, the fishing gets a little tough when these heat waves roll in. Tonight it's gonna be nice and breezy, which is either a good thing or a bad thing. If it gets too cold, then the fish might not bite, and you know how that goes. But anyways, I'm going to a spot I have confidence in, and I have a little secret bait. If I do catch on that, I'll show you in the video, and you will be stoked because it is amazing when the bite is tough. Even in the winter time, it still works, but it shines in the summer. Anyways, I got some bait right here, and I gotta get the rest of my stuff ready and hit the freaking road because I'm meeting Jared there, and we're gonna go ham. Just jumped in the whip. Time check, 8:01. I don't know if you can see it, it's not focusing, but I'm sure it flashed on there for a second. Yeah, you could see it. All right, so it's 8:01. You know what that means, late night tonight. That's 8:01 p.m. Got all my tackle stuff right here. Got my rods, see there's the rods right here, and there's the new rods right there. I don't know which ones I'm gonna use tonight. Probably the Sonics, the ones that I did in the previous unboxing video, because they already have the reels on them. And I'm probably gonna get there in the dark, so I'm too lazy. But anyways, I'm headed through right now. Gonna meet up with Jared, gonna hit the road. What up, homies? I just got here. It's super dark, as you can tell. It's like 9:20. It's barely cold enough to wear a jacket. I could probably take it off right now. There's a little bit of wind. I got a little peck on my rod right when I cast it out like 5 minutes ago, but I think it was a freaking bat. There are a billion flies out here, so I'm gonna try and keep my light on the down low. But I'll get back to you in a little bit, maybe show you some bait or something, unless I get a bite here pretty soon, then I'll show you a little fisher. Alrighty homies, it's been about 30 minutes and I got one in the net. It's nothing big. I'll show you guys and then I'm gonna throw the camera on the tripod and get a little video for the of him. Boom, there he is, boys and girls. It's kind of skinny, but we'll see what he looks like. Alright guys, you can see, got him on the little pop-up corn. Alright guys, there he is. It's pretty hard to film at night by myself, so I won't be able to film the swim away, the old putting him back. But it's like a nice like 10 pounds or something. His mouth was a little bloody because the hook was in deep. I think it was on the other side. But yeah, this guy wasn't getting away. So first carp on the board. Took about 30 minutes. Yeah. This was the bait I caught him on, by the way. A little yellow and orange pop-up with orange on the top on the German rig. These little weights that are on here, they're pretty cool. They're called quick change pop-up weights. This right here, like I said, it's hard to film at night, but those are clutch. They stay on no matter what. I switched to the old lead clip and lost that weight, but that one stayed on. There's a little better view of the rig and the bait I use, but I'm gonna clip another weight on and get back out there. By the way guys, caught that on that new Sonic 9-foot rod. It's 2.75 pound test curve and it handled that fish like a beast. I know it wasn't like the hugest fish ever, but it performed a lot better than I thought it would. And I think those are the rods I'm going to be giving away on the old 1000K subscriber giveaway. So be pumped. I'll explain at the end of this video how you can win those rods. I think I'm going to explain at the end of the video my setup a little better too, because it's dark and I'm by myself, so it's kind of hard to film and whatnot. So stay tuned in the rest of this video. If I get more fish, keep watching even after I catch them, because I got some explaining to do. Alrighty homies, it was not as productive as I was hoping. I am not gonna lie. It's like 2:30 a.m. Caught one carp. My friend Jared came, he caught one carp. And the rest of the night was just silence. Well, we were talking and kicking it, but you know what it is. But anyways, I gotta get home, eat some food, and pass out because I'm exhausted. But like I said, stay tuned, fish homies. It is day 2, and as I promised, I would give you a little preview of what I was using last night, kind of my setup, where I put a weight inside of a PVA bag, put the bait around there, and then I hook the hook back into the PVA bag, so it's pretty much anti-tangle. You can't really tangle it, to be honest, and it works pretty well. But if you're in like a super weedy place or like somewhere where there's a lot of silt, I usually don't hook the hook back into the PVA bag, just because it can just get sucked right down into the weed or whatever. But I'll show you how that works. I'm not gonna put it on my pole or anything, but I'll give you an idea. And then if you want to know more, see me do a video on that, I will, and I'll show you exactly how to use it. But like I said, I think I've done a video in the past, maybe last year, on it, but this is for all you new guys and people that just need a refresher, you know what I'm saying? And then I will get to how you can win the 2 rods. Alright, I left my tripod in the car, so I just have my camera sitting on a box. Sorry if it's like a weird view or anything. But first thing you're gonna need is some PVA mesh. This is what I use right here. You can get it from Big Carp Tackle or pretty much anywhere. This, oh, hang on, the dogs are barking. Sorry about that, the old UPS guy was here. A little impromptu unboxing. This has nothing to do with fishing, honestly, but I ordered a cool little tank top, little Hawaiian, little freaking Star Wars action going there, a little stormtrooper, you know what it is. But anyways, let's get back to fishing. Like I was saying, the first thing you're gonna need is this PVA mesh. You can get this on Amazon, that's where I get it, or you can get it on Big Carp Tackle or whatever. But I use the 25 millimeter, and I use like a 2 3/4 ounce weight for this one. But if you want to use a bigger weight, like a 3 ounce weight, you can get the 37 millimeter, and it usually fits pretty good. So the first step you're gonna do is get your PVA mesh out. This is how it comes out of the bottle here. It's just a little tube with the PVA mesh on it. Mine got a little wet last night, but oh yeah, and basically how this works is once it hits the water, it melts. And there's like some PVA bag that melts faster in cold water and some that melts faster in warmer water. I don't know which one this is, because like, oh, this is slow dissolving, so it's better for warm water there. Here you can see like it says slow dissolving somewhere on there, and there's the different sizes you can order it in. I don't know how well you can see that, but I'm sure you can. So what you'll do is get your mesh, take the plunger out, and what I like to do, I don't have any bait with me, but I'm sure you'll get the idea here. So what I like to do is put a little bit of bait in the bottom, and then you get your weight and you basically put it in the tube, let it slide down, and then you put a little bait on top, and then you get your plunger. And this only works with the lead clips. You can't use it with the inline leads, just a little heads up. So imagine there's bait all around this weight, and then you pull a little bit off and you basically just tie it. So you go around, put it through, and then you tie a little knot there. And then I always do another knot like an inch above it so that you have a little stopper when you want to do the next one. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we got 2 knots there, and then we go ahead and cut right in the middle of them. And then you can pull your PVA mesh back, and then you have a little stopper for the next time you want to use it. I always put my plunger and put my PVA back in the tube right away so it doesn't get water on it and melt, because then it really gets screwed up. So let me grab a little hook out of my bag and then I'll show you how we do. So basically I got a little pop-up rig here. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a little pop-up on it, and I have it attached to a lead clip just for a little idea of how this works. So this part will be attached to your main line right there. And what you do is you take, pretend this is on the main line, remember? And then you take your hook and pretend this has a little bait in it, but it's just the weight here. So once the bait's in it and everything, you go ahead and you find the swivel from the lead clip. So right here's the swivel. I don't know how easy it is to see that, but hopefully you can see that. And then we'll pop it through the mesh. Let me get that through there. So there we go. This is gonna be our bag, and there's gonna be bait all around the weight. And then as you can see there, okay, there we go. So it's focused. So you can see the weight's in the bag and the swivel is popping out. Next step, all you do is put here's your lead clip right here. So you go ahead, pop that open, and you put your lead onto the lead clip. So there we go. Your bait's gonna be hanging from the lead clip, and then you will have a little tail rubber. So your tail rubber is gonna be up here on the main line, and you put your tail rubber onto that lead clip so the lead stays on there, obviously. Boom, there's the setup right there. And then you go ahead and you clip your bait onto, I usually just put it on 1 or 2 little strings so it dissolves easily, but there you can see the bait is hanging from the bag, and that's where your weight is going to be, and that is your perfect anti-tangle setup. So when you cast this out, this bag will dissolve. There'll be a perfect little pile of bait, and your pop-up will pop up right there. So I'll go ahead and fill up a little tub of water, and we can show you what it looks like in the water. But just imagine there's a little bait around there, you know what I'm saying? So here we go. Imagine your main line's connected here, and you cast it out. Boom, it hits the water. You can see that little pop-up was pretty juiced up there. So imagine there's a bunch of bait around your weight, and as you can see there, the bag is already starting to dissolve. When there's a bunch of bait in there, it dissolves a lot faster because it kind of poofs out. But so you can see the hook is right there. It's anti-tangle, and once it dissolves from that bag, it will pop up and be sitting right on top of your bait. You can see all that nice gooiness dripping off the pop-up there, which is pretty darn cool. And then especially if a little fish swims by, it's gonna make this go a lot faster. But usually when you cast to, it hits the water with a big poof and the old hook will come out easier. And like I said, if you're casting into weeds or a lot of silt or something, you want to make sure you don't hook it back into the bag, because then it will just get sucked right down into the weeds. But you'll still have a nice little bait pile right by your hook, and hopefully the fish will see your pop-up right away. I don't know how well you can see it, but you can see that bag dissolving. It's been, I think, less than a minute, and it's already dissolving pretty nice, and that is starting to pop up. It's hanging on by like one little strand there. Let's see if we can kind of disconnect it. And there we go. It is disconnected. It's popping up, and it's gonna be sitting right next to your bait, and hopefully the fish will see that pop up first, and you will be good to go. You can see all that stuff leaking off it, so even with bait, that would be a pretty good setup there for you. But anyways, imagine it's just a little bait around the weight, like I was saying, and then your hook's basically sitting right on top of it, and it is anti-tangle as you can get. So there you go, folks. That's what I was using last night, but I was using 2 pieces of fake corn for a pop-up instead of a boilie. But anyways, let me know how you like that rig. Comment down below if you want to see the bag with a little bit of bait in it, or you want to see a separate video on how to set this up with the rod and everything. And let me know what you think of it, if you would use it or not. One more thing I forgot to add about that rig is the reason I really started using it is obviously, of course, for the anti-tangle properties, but also because it works really good if you're using different kind of baits that you can't really pack around your weight, so you can't use it as a pack bait. Like usually when I use that rig, I fill it full of crushed boilies or boilie dust, and then put a boilie on the hook. So that works really good for that. Also for like nuts or anything that won't melt the PVA bag that you can't really put in pack bait, or if you don't want to use oatmeal or something like that. So that is a key thing. Really, if you like using boilies, fill that bag up with some halved up boilies or some crushed boilies, and it will do work out there, I promise you. But anyways, I know you're all wondering, how can I win those rods? And I think I have a good idea. Comment down below. I think I'm gonna do this idea even if you guys don't want me to. But anyways, most people usually use like a random comment picker or something, and anyone can comment and win. But I want this to be for the core fish homies, the people that always watch these videos. So in the next video, when I catch a carp, I'm going to weigh it, but I'm not gonna show it on camera, the weight, and you're gonna have to guess the weight of that carp. And then in the video after that, oh yeah, so when you guess the weight of the carp, comment down below, and then in the video after that, I will reveal the weight of the carp. Or maybe I'll put the weight of the carp on my Instagram, and the person that guesses the closest weight in pounds and ounces will win the rods. So if you guess the weight of the fish in my next video, you will win those rods. I don't know if it's gonna be a big fish or a small fish or what, but the person that guesses to the closest pounds and ounces will win the rod. If someone guesses the same thing and it is the right weight, then we will have to figure that out. But just comment down below in the next video for the carp that I say, whatever you think the weight is, and then in the video after that, or on my Instagram, I will reveal the weight and reveal the winner. And like I said, I think I'm gonna give away those sonic extractor rods that I unboxed in my last video or 2 videos ago. But I also have some other rods that are decathlons that I might give away those instead. They're both awesome rods. I just haven't decided which ones I want to keep. So stay tuned for the next video and make sure you guess the right weight and you can win. Also comment down below if you have any more video ideas. Since I'm out of quarantine now, I'm gonna go back to doing weekly or 2 videos a week. We will see, but I have a bunch of new products that I want to try out, and I think you guys might find pretty interesting. So peace. peace out for now, homies. I hope you liked the video. Sorry I could only get one carp in this one, but the next one is gonna be a banger, cause you could win. Anyways, peace.